Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome again to How Channel with GJ, where we show you how. And today we're going to show you how to do a vertical split screen. And this just gives you a little bit of another transition, which isn't just like a cut or a dissolve, but it's going to be something a little bit more special than that. By the way, thanks for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Really do appreciate it. Helps the channel to grow. And remember to click that notifications bell so that you can get every video as they come out, because we do try to update our videos on a regular basis. As you can see here, we have an orange car. An orange Volkswagen. It's seen better days. It's got some rust on it. Looks like an older model, of course. And it's just sitting there on the street. And the other still image we have is this car, which looks a little bit newer. It's either a, what is it, Ferrari maybe? Lamborghini, Maserati, one of those high-performance cars. And we are going to try and do a vertical split screen from this orange car to the yellow car. And the first thing we're going to do, if we're going to do this, I think it would be good to have the cars facing the same direction. So I'm just going to go up here to Effects, and I'm just going to type in Flip. And then right here under Transform, you have horizontal flip or vertical flip. I'm just going to click on horizontal flip, and there we go. So it's facing to the right, and the yellow car is facing to the right. So when we wipe, it'll be, it looks like one is almost transforming into another, I guess. It's not really a morph effect. It is a vertical split screen wipe effect, but we're going to make it kind of look as though they're facing the same direction, and one kind of just turns into the other. So how do we do that? Well, we're going to have the orange car being on our top layer. And right now we have video 1, video 2, video 3. We want it on the top layer, and we only have 2 pictures. So we're going to just drag this one, left click, and drag it up to V2. And then we're going to take the yellow car here, and we're just going to drag that underneath the orange car. It'll be on V1, and we'll just drag them maybe about the same length, about like that. So we're seeing the orange car because, of course, that's the one here on top. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go up here and get rid of the flip under the search, and we're just going to write in the word linear, so that the word linear wipe comes here under video effects. Under transition, we have linear wipe. That's the effect we're looking for. We left click, drag over to our top layer, which is our orange car, let go, and then it shows up here under effects controls. There's our linear wipe right there. So we're going to say, let's say we want to start the effect around here. We'll just drag it over to this part of the timeline, and then here where it says transition completion under linear wipe, we're just going to drag that, and I'm just going to drag the values open so you can see them. There you go. So as you can see, as you drag the percentages up, that's how your wipe happens. Now, of course, you can do that through just a wipe effect that's already preset, already built in. But we want to do something a little bit different. So we want a little bit more effect of the controls. So the other thing that I think would be good is if we would change it up so it's not just a straight vertical wipe, but how about if we put some angle on it? So under transition completion, we have angle, and we just press that, and you can angle it any way you want, just go crazy. I'm just going to do it maybe just a little bit like that, so that when it comes across, it kind of comes diagonal and shoo, like sort of like that. Okay. The other thing is we don't want this line here between the wipes to be too harsh, so we can change that, of course, with this feather option here. And if you look at this line here as I change the values, there we go. It just blurs it, feathers it out a little bit, so that when you do come back, it just kind of goes like that. So you see the wipe, but it's not a harsh wipe. It's kind of cool that way. The other thing that we can do is just to change it up a little bit. We can go over here. I'll just get rid of this linear under the search, and I'll put in our GAUS, and there we got our Gaussian blur. Shows right up here under video effects, blur and sharpen. There's Gaussian blur. I'm just going to left click that, drag that to my bottom layer, which is our yellow car. And then I'm just going to give it a little bit of a blur here at the beginning. So I'm going to go to the beginning, just stopwatch that in, and say, look, by the time we get about here, I want it to be, and just hit the reset parameter, and then it's nice and clear. So it's just going to come in like this. So if I just press play for you, we're looking just at the yellow car now. You can see how it slowly sharpens up. All right, so let's go back here now to the the gold car, and we have all these different values in here for our linear wipe. I'm just going to go to the beginning here and just lock those all in place. Okay. And what we want to do is we want to take it to the beginning here. Sorry, I forgot to lock it in there. And if you do lock it in incorrectly, you can just hit it again and just say this will delete existing keyframes. You just say okay, that's fine, and then it's back to that, and then you just hit it again, and that'll give it its proper value. So here at the beginning, then we just press play, and we say okay, maybe about this point in time, we'll stop it there. We want this to be totally open. And we'll take a look at that and see what that looks like. Okay, so we press play, and okay, that's not bad, but it's a little slow. So what you can do is you can take this keyframe here under your linear wipe and just drag it in a little closer so it happens a little bit quicker. And we'll bring it back to the beginning of the timeline, press play, and there we go. Let's say, and you can see how the yellow one goes from blurry to clear. But I'm going to make it just a little bit quicker, I think. Let's try that. Take it back, press play, and there you have that beautiful vertical wipe. And I'll just show this to you again because you got to look at the yellow car here and see how that blurred effect works. I'm going to do it slow here for you. See, it comes in like this. You can see how the yellow car is blurry, and by the time you get to the end of the effect, the end of the wipe, this comes into full clarity, and it's quite beautiful. And I'll just press the whole thing for you. Press play here, and it can let you see the whole thing. And there we go. A really nice way to do an effect like that, using again the feathering, using the angle of the linear wipe, and using the blur going clear on the second layer. And that's just a really nice effect, and it's a good way to do it. Hope you had fun learning that today. Give it a try for yourself on some of your own video projects, and we'll catch you next time here on How Channel with GJ. Talk to you next time. Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. It's really important. See you next time.